Think about it. The toughest battles aren't fought on real battlefields. They happen inside our heads. And the biggest enemy we face, it's our own tendency to overthink. For too long, we've let our minds run wild, stealing our peace, our happiness, and making it hard to see things clearly. But what if I told you there's a way to quiet the noise, to escape the mental maze and find real peace? You might be wondering, why can't I stop my mind from racing, especially about things I can't change? What advice from the past can help me with this? And how can I actually use these ideas to find peace every day? These are important questions, and today we're going to explore not just what overthinking is, but why it happens, and most importantly, how to overcome it. We've looked at writings and listened to the wisdom of people who've lived long lives, those who've seen it all. We've taken their experiences and the deep insights from old traditions, like the peaceful teachings of Buddhist Zen, and put them together to guide you through the mental storms. We'll share stories that will connect with you on a deep level, offering practical steps based on ancient wisdom to help you create a mind that's both calm and clear. Get ready for a life-changing journey that will give you not just an understanding of overthinking, but a real path to inner freedom. But first, let's get to the heart of this mental mess. What makes our minds spin like this? Today, we're revealing 7 timeless principles to free your mind from overthinking. Principle 1. The illusion of permanence. Imagine an old woman named Anya, 82, sitting by her window, watching the leaves fall. She remembers how, when she was young, she tried so hard to keep summer from ending, worrying about the cold weather coming. She was always thinking about the changes and the fading beauty. One day, a Zen teacher visited her town and shared a simple truth. Everything is always changing. If you fight this change, you'll suffer. Embrace the dance of change, because that's where the real beauty of life is. Anya realized that her overthinking came from fighting the natural cycle of life. Just like leaves have to fall so new ones can grow, moments have to pass to make way for new experiences. The Buddha himself taught, everything changes. Understanding this, deep down, helped Anya stop worrying about the future and clinging to the past. Realizing that nothing lasts forever is the first step to letting go of the thoughts that trap us. Overthinking often comes from wanting to freeze time, to control things in a world that's always changing. Recognizing that everything is temporary helps us loosen our grip on expectations and worries, allowing our minds to relax in the present moment. But if everything changes, why is it so hard to let go? Principle 2. The tangled web of attachment. Think about Master Lin Chi, a famous Zen teacher. A student once asked him, "Master, what's the biggest thing stopping us from enlightenment?" Lin Chi simply replied, "Attachment." Attachment, not in the sense of loving and connecting, but in the sense of clinging, of needing things to be a certain way to be happy. Consider old Mr. Kenji, a 75-year-old retired carpenter. He spent years carefully building a beautiful wooden chair, putting all his love and effort into it. When his grandson accidentally broke it, Kenji was angry and sad for weeks, replaying the accident in his head. His overthinking came from being deeply attached to the chair, to the idea that it would last forever and be perfect. The Buddha taught that attachment is the reason we suffer. Our minds create stories around what we're attached to, and when reality doesn't match those stories, overthinking and unhappiness happen. Being attached to specific outcomes, people, and even our own thoughts creates the perfect environment for overthinking. When we cling to expectations, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment and then endless mental rumination. Learning to detach doesn't mean not caring. It means learning to love and appreciate without needing to own or control. But how do we start to untangle these deep-rooted attachments? Principle 3. The illusion of control. Do you ever find yourself replaying conversations in your head, wishing you'd said something different, or constantly trying to force things to go a certain way. Think about the wisdom shared by a wise old woman named Fatima, now 88. She spent most of her life worrying about her children, trying to control their lives and protect them from every possible problem. Her mind was always filled with what-ifs and worries. One day, her grandson shared a Zen saying, "If you try to control water, it slips away. If you open your hand, it flows freely." Fatima realized she couldn't control everything. Life, like water, goes its own way. Trying to force things or endlessly analyzing past events where we didn't have much control only makes us mentally exhausted. The harder we try to hold on, the more we suffer. Believing we can control everything around us is a major cause of overthinking. We replay past events, imagine different scenarios, and worry about the future, often forgetting that the present moment is the only reality we truly live in. Recognizing that we can't control everything and learning to accept the natural flow of life can free us from many cycles of worry. But what inner force compels us to grasp for control, even when we know it causes suffering? Principle 4. The tyranny of the ego. Imagine a Zen student always trying to get praise and recognition from his teacher. He did everything wanting to impress. When he didn't get the recognition he expected, he became full of self-doubt and resentment. His mind turned into a battleground of ego-driven thoughts. A senior monk gently told him, "The ego is always restless, always looking for approval from others. True peace comes from within, from not needing outside approval." Also, think about old Samuel, 70, who often felt insulted by his neighbor's comments, seeing neutral remarks as personal attacks. His overthinking was fueled by his ego's need for constant praise and its tendency to take things personally. The ego, with its constant need for attention, praise, and control, is a big reason why we overthink. It sees things from a self-centered point of view, leading to worries about how we're seen and endless comparisons with others. By understanding how the ego works, we can start to detach from its stories and find a more grounded and peaceful perspective. But how do we quiet the voice of the ego? Principle 5. The power of presence. Picture a Zen monk simply drinking tea. He's completely focused on the warmth of the cup in his hands, the smell of the tea, and the feeling of each sip. There's no room for past regrets or future worries. This is mindfulness. Think about Mrs. Eleanor, 65, who constantly replayed past conversations with her late husband, full of regret about things she didn't say. Her overthinking started to fade when she began practicing mindful walking in her garden, focusing on the feeling of the ground under her feet, the sunlight on her skin, and the sounds of nature around her. Mindfulness, paying full attention to the present moment, is a powerful way to stop a wandering mind. The Buddha emphasized that being aware of the present moment is key to freeing ourselves from suffering. By consciously focusing on the present moment, we weaken the power of past worries and future anxieties. Mindfulness helps us observe our thoughts without judging them, seeing them as just passing mental events, not absolute truths. Practicing presence brings a sense of calm and clarity, breaking the cycle of overthinking. The challenge lies in avoiding the trap of either clinging to this state of peace or becoming discouraged when it inevitably fades. Principle 6. Finding the middle way. Imagine a musical instrument with strings that are either too tight, making a sharp, strained sound, or too loose, making no sound at all. The key is finding the right tension, the middle way. Similarly, in our minds, we can get too caught up in our thoughts and emotions, leading to overwhelm, or we can try to completely suppress them, which often makes them come back even stronger. The middle way, a basic idea in Buddhist philosophy, encourages balance. Consider old Mr. Gopal, 78, who would swing between intense worry about his health and completely denying any potential problems. His overthinking showed up in both extremes. By gently observing himself, he started to find a more balanced approach, acknowledging his concerns without letting them take over. The middle way encourages us to find balance in our thoughts and emotions, avoiding getting too involved or trying to force them away. By watching our mental states calmly, not clinging to good thoughts or fighting bad ones, we can create a more stable and less reactive mind. This balanced approach makes our thoughts less intense and reduces the tendency to overthink. But what do we do when faced with thoughts or emotions that seem impossible to balance or control? Principle 7. The art of letting go. Picture a traveler carrying a heavy bag full of rocks, each rock representing a past hurt or future worry. The journey becomes hard and tiring. Then, the traveler realizes they can simply put the bag down. This is the power of letting go. Think about Mrs. Beatrice, 90 years wise, who carried the pain of a past betrayal for decades, replaying the events in her mind and holding on to resentment. One day, she had a moment of clarity, realizing that holding on to this pain was only hurting herself. She consciously chose to forgive and release the burden. Letting go isn't about forgetting or excusing. It's about freeing ourselves from the emotional and mental weight of the past and the anxieties of the future. It's an act of self-compassion and liberation. As the Buddha taught, holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Letting go is a powerful way to free ourselves from mental burdens. By consciously choosing to release our grip on past hurts, future anxieties, and unproductive thought patterns, we create space for peace and joy to grow in the present moment. It's about trusting life and accepting what is, allowing ourselves to move forward with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Now, let's think about what we've learned. We explored what causes overthinking and offered a way to find lasting peace. Through understanding that things change, understanding attachment, accepting that we can't control everything, transcending the ego, practicing presence, finding the middle way, and learning to let go, we've revealed timeless principles to guide you. Remember Anya, finding peace in the natural cycle of change, Master Lin Chi's deep understanding of attachment, Fatima's realization about the flow of life, the Zen student's freedom from ego-driven desires, Mrs. Eleanor's journey into the present moment, Mr. Gopal's discovery of balance, and Mrs. Beatrice's courageous act of letting go. Their stories, combined with the wisdom of old traditions and the teachings of the Buddha, show that freedom from overthinking isn't just a dream, but something we can achieve. Embrace these principles, make them a part of your daily life, and watch as the storms in your mind begin to calm, revealing the inner peace that's always been there. The journey to a calm and clear mind is ongoing, and we encourage you to revisit these teachings whenever you feel yourself getting caught up in overthinking. May your mind be a safe place, a moon mind temple of peace and wisdom. Thank you for joining us. Remember to take care of your inner peace, and may your path be filled with clarity and joy.